I had a bad payer once, and very wealthy guy used to get the garden looking amazing, and he would go to his holiday home and cancel me for 2 or 3 months, let the lawn get up to your knees, and then want me to come back in for the same money. So, of course, I didn't. I didn't go back. He had someone come and sort the garden out as a one-off. I then said, I can't work like this. If you want me to come back, you pay me at the start of the month for the month. Yeah. Since doing that, he has never once missed a payment, and he's never queried it or anything.
He's just got it set up like a standing order each month. Just
he's probably actually forgot that he's paying you ahead of time.
He probably has.
He's probably forgotten. It's just it's another box ticked.
Yeah, I mean, it's some people would think I'm not prepaying you, but you kind of build the relationship where he knows I'm going to turn up. It's not like I'm going to do a runner with the little bit of money he's given me.
Welcome to the Roots to Revenue podcast. This podcast we have today, Curtis, and Curtis has travelled all the way over from England to be in the podcast. The podcast is sponsored by Jobber. Jobber is scheduling software that I've used for the last 10 years to run my own business. It does all my scheduling, my invoicing, my quoting. Best of all, it gets me paid faster, and my customers love it.
When you're taking on a commercial site, they want to know how much you're charging for the year. You can't increase it half year. That's the price. So the way I would quote from now is they're going to get 40 visits or 42 visits. They're going to get scarifying. They're going to get aeration. They're going to get the hedge cutting. They're basically going to get the full package of work, pressure washing as well. And that's their price divided by 12. They then can't say, can we have pressure washing? Yep. And then I give them a price and they say, oh my God, it's really expensive. I'm not paying for it, because it's already factored into the quote.
Because especially with if you're doing, for an example, an apartment block, if we don't do that much commercial work, but I just know from the past that they say, well, the lawn treatments cost this and the scarifying cost this and the lawn treatments cost that. Oh, well, we just want the basic service.
Yeah.
Because you're putting it all together.
What
you have those? Am I right in thinking you have all those prices individually priced?
They are sort of priced individually. The way I think of it is I'm there for the year.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it per visit. So say per month, I'm going to be there maximum of 4 times. I could be scarifying, I could be aerating, I could be crawling around on my hands and knees weeding. It's paid for, if you know what I mean. Yep. You could probably earn more from doing it separately, but I think you'd get a lot of knockbacks commercially.
Yep. So you bundle it all together and just say, this is the price. We offer a complete package.
Yeah.
We don't do, if you want something else, now's the time to say.
Yeah.
We can put it in there, but we don't like to do that. And then you just give them a monthly price, and then you turn up and do the job. So it doesn't, if it's scarifying season, then the lawn gets scarified. If it's the winter like now, then you turn up and you just check for litter.
That's it.
Yep. Maybe cut back the odd bush if needed.
Yeah, it kind of works on like sometimes there's less to do, sometimes there's more. Some of them have got hours, but they're based. So I might put a visit will be from 2 to 3 hours, or a visit will be around. They're so busy, some of these commercial places, they're not too caught up on hours. At the end of the day, if you've
as long as the place is nice and
if you've put on the contract what you're going to do and you keep to that, that's all that needs to be done, really, doesn't it? Like, I could turn up with a really small mower, or I could turn up with a really big mower and get it done quicker, couldn't I?
If you're quoting for a bit of work, then the faster you can get that done,
the more you get paid.
The more you get paid, the more you can get done. So the more you can invest into your business to grow it. Whereas if you're just working off, if everything's off an hourly rate, then you have no
smallest mower possible.
Yeah. What I've done with the scarifying is, like, a one-off scarify will be a long, hard, messy job, won't it? But my commercial sites, some of them I've had for 10 years. So when I scarify that, it's not easier. A big job. Yep. So if you think scarifying is going to take hours, it's not, because you've kept on top of it maybe once or twice a year. Same as the aeration, just the little and often approach. And it doesn't take that long. Like, if I was going to scarify, I wouldn't cut or weed the borders that week. It'd be like just scarify, and then maybe the next week I would aerate.
And how do you communicate that to the customer? So I'd imagine if you're dealing with a commercial customer, say it's a block of flats,
yeah,
and you say, right, 1 week I'll just be doing the scarifying, But if you turn up and the place is covered in litter, would you just say, right, I'll not do the scarf fan, I'll do the litter? Or would you bite the bullet, or would you do both?
It depends. If I was really pushed for time, I would do both, but then next week, not do a lot. Because I've done more then, and they would see that.
Yes, better give and take. Better give and take on all sides.
That's I think the way all of them work.
And another thing, so a lot of customers, especially for commercial, wouldn't want the. I've only one apartment block, but if I says to them I'm going to come 40 visits, a lot of people would say no. Is that just the way? So that's whenever somebody comes to you, that's the way you work, and that's it.
I've got the system now, and there's too many. I've got 95% of my business is on 40 visit over the year. So to take one on 20, it doesn't really work.
It upsets all apple carts.
Yeah, I used to have one that was once a month, and it just caused me chaos. So for now, and I feel to get the best out of the site, 40 visits might sound a lot, but you could be doing 20 visits, but more time. I'm just doing 40 smaller visits. Yep. In the end, it probably all works out about the same.
And would that concern you about drive time? So if somebody's doing 20 visits, they're only spending half the time driving there, whereas you're driving. Would a lot of your customers be in the same sort of radius, or do you have like a large drive time to them?
Probably the furthest one I go to is 45 minutes, but I'll drive 45 minutes, and then I'm there for the day. Yep. Like I'll do 4 jobs that are a mile from each other.
So they're all nice and close. So it doesn't matter that you're spending less time there.
Yeah.
But you're there twice as often. Yeah. And you're losing. There's a lot of unbillable hours in there.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of the new ones now. They're getting paid a lot for the travel time.
Yep.
Like I'm factoring all of that in now. When I first started, you don't really think about travel time.
Yeah.
But if you're losing half hour there and half hour back over a few jobs, you can't get 8 hours of work done in a day. You're only getting 6.
Yeah.
Soon adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To take out over the years, suddenly it's a...
Yeah, so, but they're still being accepting, which is a good position to be in.
Don't forget about the link, www.premierlawns.link/jobber to get 40% off your first 3 months.